Hello guys, welcome to Viva Barca, welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, and welcome to the home of every Barcelona lover. In this episode, we are going to be discussing some very interesting stories for FC Barcelona, transfer rumors, and of course some shocking stories as well. Starting with Clement Lenglet. Of course, we all know Lenglet is one of those players who have been rumored to be sold this summer. Funny enough, Lenglet had an interview with Eurosport while in France, and he insisted that he's not going anywhere, that he extended the contract just last year and he's very confident he will play for Barca come next season. When I came across this report, I was like, nobody wants to leave. Then who wants to? Because just recently, Samuel Umtiti and Philippe Coutinho had their own interviews and they were like, no, they are not going anywhere, they are confident. If they don't want to go, then they should be put on the bench. Except the fact that our salary, they have very heavy wages and we need to cut those wages. So guys, we'll be discussing on that Clement Lenglet's interview as we move ahead. Then secondly, we'll be discussing on some injury recovery updates on some of our key players like Ansu Fati, Ter Stegen, and of course also discussing about Coutinho's recovery, as reports have just suggested that they are all moving positively and of course they are likely to return for the pre-season. And finally, we'll be discussing about this story that just came as a shocker, as Garcia Pimienta, the coach of the Barca B team, have just been sacked by Laporta, the very guy that was just linked to replace Koeman last month, and of course which many fans were even favoring him to replace Koeman. But this is him, he has been sacked, and if you ask me why Laporta did this, I don't know. So we'll be discussing much more on that as we move ahead. So guys, as we get right into those interesting stories, please do well to click on that subscribe button below if you haven't, if you're new to this channel, and also ensure you watch this video right up to the very end to get the details of those stories you won't want to miss. With the summer transfer window looming, Barcelona has been a hubbub of activity, with already 3 new signings confirmed, with more expected to be on the way. At the same time, one is also likely to see quite a few players be shown the exit doors from the Camp Nou. One such Barcelona star who could be allowed to leave this summer is defender Clement Lenglet, signed from Sevilla in 2018. The Frenchman has pretty much been a mainstay in Blaugrana backline ever since. However, the 25-year-old went through a dip in form in the season gone by. With Barcelona already bringing in Eric Garcia and eyeing another defensive signing, Lenglet could potentially be on the chopping block, but the defender himself has no intentions of leaving the club as things stand. In a recent interview with Eurosport, Lenglet reaffirmed his stance on the matter, saying, "I can't see myself leaving. I signed a new contract last season. I will be at Barca next season." And it seems like Lenglet is standing firm on his ground on the matter. Indeed, as per a report from Mundo Deportivo, the French international has turned down a potential transfer to Serie A outfit AS Roma as part of a deal that would have seen Lorenzo Pellegrini arrive at Barca. Having lost out in their pursuit of Jorginho Wijnaldum, Barcelona have turned their attention towards Roma's keeper Pellegrini. In fact, it has even been claimed that the Catalans have even made an offer for the 24-year-old midfielder. ROAC1 Radio even states that Lenglet was offered to AS Roma as part of a deal to bring Pellegrini to the Camp Nou. However, the French centre-back has refused to make the switch to the Stadio Olimpico and seems insistent on staying put at Barcelona beyond the summer. Lenglet was one of 4 players that signed a new contract with Barcelona last October, while agreeing to deferred payments due to the pandemic. With still 5 years left on his deal, Barcelona may face difficulties in offloading the ex-Sevilla star in the coming transfer window. Moving on to the next story, Barcelona have fired Garcia Pimienta, their highly rated B team coach, according to well-placed sources. The news comes as a shock to Barcelona supporters, given Garcia Pimienta was a legitimate option to succeed Ronald Koeman when the Dutchman's future was up in the air a few weeks ago. Garcia Pimienta has gotten the B team playing excellent football during his time in charge. 46 and born in Barcelona, he came through La Masia himself and played for Barcelona C and Barcelona B before, briefly representing the first team in 1997. Loans to Extremadura and Figueres followed before he settled at Hospitalet, and Sant Andreu. Garcia Pimienta hung up his playing boots in 2004 and became a youth coach at Barcelona in 2006, becoming the assistant at Barcelona B in 2015. He took charge of Barcelona B in 2018, a position he retained until just this morning. The news come, to a shock as to many people, who has labeled Garcia Pimienta as being a man who would be involved in the first team picture sooner rather than later. His dismissal comes as part of an expected shake-up of La Masia by the extraordinary Brazil Joan Laporta. On to the final story, Barcelona could be ready to welcome back 3 of their injured stars when the preseason kicks off next month, as per report. Barcelona will kickstart the preseason on the 12th of July with medical checkups scheduled for the 9 and 10 of the month, and it is expected that 3 players, Ansu Fati, Philippe Coutinho and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who have had to undergo surgeries recently, will be back in time for the preseason camp. Amongst the 3 Barcelona stars, Ter Stegen is set to be in the initial recovery phase. The German goalkeeper missed the Euros in order to undergo surgery on his knee last month, his second in less than a year after having gone under the knife in August last year. Ter Stegen played through the entire season for Barca, but decided that a corrective procedure was needed this summer. And having successfully undergone surgery in Sweden under Dr. Hakan Alfredsson, Ter Stegen is now working with the physiotherapist, as the first phase of his recovery. As for Ansu Fati, the 2020-21 season was quite a frustrating one, The teenage prodigy looks set for a more prominent role in the Barcelona setup until a knee injury struck him down. He was operated by Dr. Ramon Cugat in November last year, but throughout his recovery, the youngster faced quite a few setbacks and needed another surgery. Fati completed the second procedure last month in Portugal and is said to be recovering well. He is currently alternating between work in the gym and the pool, and there are no signs of any complications with his knee at the moment. While there is no timeline on his return yet, Barcelona and the players' camp are hopeful that the 18-year-old will be back in time for the preseason camp. As for the final member, Coutinho, he is the most advanced among the trio in terms of their road to recovery. The Brazilian has been sidelined for over 5 months now and has had to have 2 operations on his left knee, one in January, the other in April, as he did not respond well to the first surgery. Coutinho should be ready on schedule for the preseason, although he faces an uncertain future at the club, with Barcelona looking to cash in on him this summer. The report, however, does add that in case there are no suitors, he might end up staying at the Camp Nou. So guys, before giving my final remark, you can always relate with me on other social networks such as Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, you follow me on Viva Barca channel, and on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Viva Barca, as you see down there. So with that, we come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't clicked on that subscribe button below, ensure you do so to always get daily updates on every latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.